Hello and welcome to the Wrestling Group. I'm your host for today's video, Matt. And for today's video, we are going to be looking at my top 5 NXT wrestlers. So remember to like this video, comment below on who your top 5 NXT wrestlers are as well. And subscribe to be notified when we upload more. So let's jump into it. At starting at number 5. I have Zarya. So she hasn't accomplished much in NXT yet, but the aura around her is already really big. I think she's a fantastic athlete. Um, I think her moveset suits her great. Her entrance is great. Her attire is great. She's a great in-ring performer. Um, I really cannot wait for them to really pull the plug with her and let her go full speed and take the title from Sol Ruka because that's the way it's gonna go, and I'm just waiting for it. Um, but obviously we got that tease with Blake Monroe, maybe wanting to take the North American title, but we'll see where that goes. But yeah, for me, there is obviously some honourable mentions in there. Obviously, we've got obviously Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe and all that. And I know they haven't really done much at either, just as Zarya, but I feel like since Jordan Grace signed with NXT, she's kind of lost a bit of her aura. I feel like her match that she had against Blake in the steel cage was probably her best match since she had against Roxanne Perez when she was Knockouts champion, back when she was signed with TNA. And Roxanne Perez was on NXT, so it was a long time ago. But it's it's hard. We've got, as I say, there's so many other rest people there, but I feel like the aura around Zarya is just a little bit bigger. Like people can't generally wait for her to, continue, to start showing her dominance. Because eventually I want to see her face off against Rhea Ripley, two Australians. That's what I want. That's the match I want to see eventually. But yeah, that is my top 5. That's my top 5 spot. Number 4, I have Trick Williams. Sorry, not Trick Williams. Sorry, I have Sol Ruka. So her tag partner, Zarya's tag partner. She has been the North American champion for 170 plus days, and she's also the speed champion. But we don't talk about that title. But she is the only one that actually still shows it off, I guess. Um, I don't mind her coming out with the title, kind of, to be honest. Like, it's a pointless title, but it's the fact that, I don't know, she kind of suits them. Um, and now she's looking to go for the third with her partner Zarya to take the women's tag titles from Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, which I wouldn't mind. Um, let's just keep throwing belts on Sol Ruka. Have her win the NXT World title as well. There you go. And she's got another title. um, I mean, I'd enjoy that. It'd be fun. I wouldn't complain. I could see Sol Ruka being the next NXT Women's World Champion. I think she's probably the best female performer down there right now that is actually showing her capability off of what she can do. Not to say that's not a diss to say that there isn't plenty of other really good female wrestlers down there because there is. But Sol Ruka for me is the most enjoyable. She's the most over with the crowd in there now. Now that Stephanie's gone, she's the next step up. I think that's what she should be, the next NXT Women's Champion. Um, I think she's a brilliant wrestler and she's always improving in her matches. She's always getting a new move to add to her set. Um, and as I say, she's also the longest reigning North American Women's Champion. I think there's only been like 3 anyway, but um, you know, I think she's absolutely brilliant. and I can't wait for her to eventually come onto the main roster. She's already had a few matches on the main roster, so obviously the crowd know who she is, and they do enjoy her. And obviously she's got like one of the best bloody finishers ever I've seen. The bloody flip RKO, it's sick. Um, but yeah, that is my number four. Then number three, I have Trick Williams. So he has won the NXT World Title two times, one lasting 75 days and another one lasting 98 days. He was the North American champion for 3 days, and he's the TNA current world champion at 134 days right now. Obviously, continuing on. I feel like he probably will lose that title at Bound for Glory against Mike Santana, though. Which, yeah, good. Get the title back to TNA, people. Kalani Jordan, she needs to just give her title as well to someone in TNA. You know, give them back their titles. Come on, guys. Our wrestlers don't need them. You can build them up in other ways, right? But Trick has done a lot in NXT now. Trick can easily go up to, you know, the main roster and start doing stuff there. Unless, I don't know, he wants to maybe go for the NXT tag titles, because then I guess at that point, you know, he could be a Grand Slam champion. Um, or if he already been, was he already a tag champ maybe with Carmelo? I don't think he was. But yeah, you know, why not become a Grand Slam champ, then go up. But I just don't know who he'd partner with, to be honest. Not really many people he surrounds himself with in NXT, being honest. But yeah, Trick Williams, I think, is a really good up and comer. He's the crowd know who he is. He's brilliant. You know, we got a whoop that trick chant last night on Raw. Don't know if anyone heard it, but I did a little bit. It was, I think it was during the Becky Lynch match. I think it was. Oh no, that wasn't last night. Sorry, Raw was Monday. Forgot what day it was for a second. But yeah, Trick Williams easily top number three spot. Absolutely brilliant. Can't wait for him to come up and, you know, see him more on the main roster. And then at number two we have Obafemi. So he was 263 days as NXT World Champion, and 273 days as the North American champion, which is the longest reign ever with the North American title in NXT. Um, both reigns were dominant. You know, he had really good matches against everyone he faced against. Most of the matches he ever had was triple threat matches, and they were always entertaining. He'd always find a new inventive way to end the match, kind of with his powerbomb. He's absolutely brilliant. He's a beast. And I hope when he does, I'm assuming now he's going to be coming up to the main roster. I really hope that he doesn't, you know, they don't flop with him, because he's just so good, man. He's so good in the ring, and he's good on the mic as well. He's like he's a really good wrestler. The fact that he came in, won the NXT breakout, and then like cashed in, I think it was the same night, to win the North American title. I think, and then was just North American, the longest reigning champ ever for the North American title, and then just went on and won he's basically gotten the Gunther treatment. He's been a champion basically his entire career in it, almost. I think there might have been like maybe like 2-3 matches where he probably wasn't champ. And you know, as I say, he's really good in the ring, really good on the mic. They can't mess him up on the main roster. I don't know what he would do straight away. Obviously there is a few big guys already up there. Obviously we've got Rusev now, so maybe put Ober on SmackDown, I'd say. Give them a little monster of their own. So before we go into number one, I am just going to obviously throw a few people out there as well, that it's not going to be, but you know, some honorable little mentions. So obviously we've got like Javon Evans, you know, like Sean Spears, all these guys that like could do something on the main roster, you know. They just need to be used well, and, you know, especially Javon Evans. He's really over with the crowd at the moment, and he's had a few appearances on SmackDown now. You know, he's one of the top guys in NXT at the moment, but he's not in my top five, unfortunately. Some people would maybe say he's better than Trick, but I feel like I need to see a bit more from Javon first, like other than just being in a rivalry with Josh Briggs. But there's plenty of other people. Blake Monroe, Jordan Grace, Lola Vice, the I can't remember the women's champ for some reason, JC Jane, which was getting a little. The crowd was behind her during this NXT TNA pay per view. Well, special episode, I'd say. I wouldn't exactly say it was a PLE. But just a few little honorable mentions there. They will get somewhere hopefully on the main roster when they eventually come up, and hopefully they can build up a bit more in NXT first too. Right, so let's reveal my number one. I don't think if anyone watches these obviously all the way through, they will know I love this guy. Ethan Page, number one, easily. He has been the world NXT World Champion for 86 days, but he is currently the North American Champion for 133 plus days. He's brilliant. He's always improving. There's not really much I can say about Ethan Page that I haven't said in other video. He's easily the best top guy in NXT at the moment, outside the ring and inside the ring. His promos, his wrestling ability, his matches are great. He had match of the night at that TNA versus NXT thing. It was easily 100% match of the night. It was great. He's always inventive. I'm not even going to try and say the word. I'm going to try and say something else. He's always evolving. He's 100% my favorite NXT wrestler right now. And I can't wait for him to come up to the main roster. And I hope that they really don't mess him up. Because it's hard to mess up Ethan Page. I think he's absolutely brilliant. I don't see what they wouldn't have for him. He could do so much stuff up on that main roster. So I can't wait for it. And yeah, guys, that is my top five. So if you have any other people you would like to mention, maybe put them down below in the comments. And like this video and subscribe to be notified when we upload more. Thanks, guys, for listening.